Welcome to Everyday Woman. We are bombarded out there with so much information and unique situations. It's hard for us to know how to make the right decision, how to choose between right and wrong. So I'm going to open it up to all of you. What is your process in deciding between right and wrong? I'm going to start with you, Stacey.
Well, I think my particular process is I don't ever want to go to jail.
That's a tough one.
And because I don't want to go to jail, I borderline on right. But I think oftentimes people make decisions really based, I was being committed, but if they think they can get away with it. And so we push the envelope just enough. You think about children, and even it does just enough, I won't get caught. Unfortunately, though, you can choose the action, but you cannot choose the reaction. And I think that's where we have to really dwell when we start talking about
making decisions. And I think a lot, you know, what plays into this too is emotions.
Yes.
Emotions have a lot to do with our decision making. And I think that really, you know, whether it be an adult or a child, I think emotional, you know, the emotional feelings that you have certainly can make you do the right thing or the wrong thing.
Yeah, and because of the emotion, I think that's why it's important to probably like be spiritually connected somehow, whatever that is for people.
Amen.
Yeah. Holy, no, it's like, and to have like a mentor, you know, someone that has kind of lived life and that you can kind of follow their pattern of decision making as kind of like a guide or a blueprint, you know.
But what about Mir? Let me tell you, let me ask you, if you knew you could get away with something, but you knew it was kind of the wrong decision, what would be your process in deciding if you were going to do it or not? If you knew you'd get off.
Right, no, fair enough. I think kind of echoing what everybody else said, it just kind of comes down to if the risk worth the reward. You kind of ask yourself, you know, am I going to feel better about myself if I do this? You know, I think it's always very tempting to do the wrong thing if it benefits you. I think that's just human nature. You know, we see some things, you know, oh, a few more hours to my timesheet at work, nobody's going to notice, I mean, it could be little things, but at the same time, no matter how little or big it is, it's still the wrong thing to do.
But let me ask you this from the male perspective, because sometimes there's this notion that men make decisions based on facts and women make decisions based on emotion. Do you subscribe to that?
I subscribe to...
Or do any of you guys?
I can only speak for me. I make decisions based on, is this worth it? You know, am I going to like what happens to this? Is it worth the possible repercussions? Is it worth the possible consequence? You know, am I ready for the possible consequence?
Well, let me ask you about that quickly, because, you know, every night I stay up way too late. Every night I know it's the wrong decision. I know I'm going to pay for it the next day, and I still do it. You know, I make the wrong decision.
By staying up late?
I do, because the next day I'm just tired.
It's worth it.
Some things are worth it. I tend to be a night person a lot of the time, and it's like, oh, I'm going to get up, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. All of a sudden, 2 p.m. you wake up, and you're kind of like, it's a little irritating. I think it's just, like I said, no matter what it is, you just got to ask yourself if it's worth it. A lot of times we tell ourselves it is to make ourselves feel better. Whether it be, you know, should I run that stop sign, or whether should I have that extra piece of chocolate cake.
That's the one I was going to talk about for women. That's the decision. Should I eat? Or, you know, should I eat?
You should eat. You know, we all should eat.
Should I have that extra piece of whatever, you know? And I would say for myself, there's been plenty of days when I said, it's worth the consequence.
You know, we do what feels good. A lot of times, if it feels good, we tell ourselves it's worth it.
But we don't know the consequence.
You have to reward yourself sometimes with things. So, I mean, you know, there's a feeling of a reward. But again, you have to look at yourself in the mirror in the morning. And again, like you were saying, you know, is it worth it to do that?
But what about if you're forced to be in a situation, though? Like if you find your girlfriend or wife cheating? Then guys get emotionally charged, you know, and they usually goes on. They're not usually logical in that instance.
That's a whole different spectrum, though, because whoever cheats,
it's still, you have to decide right or wrong.
You have to decide, is it worth staying with them or not? But you're not the one who did something wrong. It was the other person. So they have to decide, can I stop being unfaithful?
But in that instant, though,
like if you catch, you're hurt, you're angry.
Well, what about all these instances on the other end? You know, so many people are cheating and they think they're not going to get caught, but more and more people are getting caught, but they still do it. Well, why do we still think we're not going to get caught?
But then there's the definition of cheating, too.
That's just an example of somebody, that's just a pig. I'm sorry. Male or female, that's just dirty.
So you're trying to say that all men don't cheat then?
No, all men don't cheat.
All men don't cheat. I got a good one. I
think they do.
I'm
sorry.
I've never cheated. I've been in a relationship over 2 years. I haven't cheated.
Is that your longest relationship?
It is, actually.
Oh, okay. You're a keeper.
The one who's not the thing.
Sometimes I don't know if she feels that way.
All right, well, it's always a good decision to tune in to Everyway Woman, and we'll be back with more.
This has been an Everyway Woman production.